Look at that thing in all its glory, if you want to call it that. Yeah, today's the day we're going to try to fix that fuel leak. I don't look forward to it, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, Ross the Oliver man. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be fun, friends, fun. And I think that I might ought just put the loader down because I gotta use it to stand on. I can't, I've determined before, that's kind of annoying, but you don't usually get in and out of this side, so let's just go ahead and let that down, gentle like. Good tractor. Yeah, last time, well, like I was saying, I determined that it's easier for me to use this kind of as a ladder slash standing on structure than to just try to wing it or get a bucket or do something else stupid. It'd be nice if that hood would go up another, 20 degrees or so. That would make it a lot easier. But last time we found the leak. And what it's going on, if you couldn't see it before, somebody at some point, somewhere, somehow, patched the fuel return line with a piece of rubber hose, which has since disintegrated, and I feel like they probably didn't use diesel fuel type hose. And so that's what our problem is. So we're gonna have to try to get that off of there, find a new piece, get that cut, get that put in, and it's not gonna be fun, friends, because that's right in our teeth. We've got hoses, and we're working down in the valley. We're lower than the valve cover is where we're working, and you can see the valve cover way down in there somewheres. So we just don't have a lot going for us in the way of enjoyable times. I need to get me a screwdriver. I should probably get multiple ones just in case, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just get one and then have to do it 15 times. We're going to try this little feller. I think that might get me down in there. And also, the clamps that are on it are just small hose clamps, so I think we can possibly turn them with this. Where are you going to go? Well, you're not, probably, because I don't have enough room for me in here. I'm trying to get my light in there mainly. Oh boy, this is gonna really suck. Do you see where we're at? We're down. There's one half, and then the other half is closer forward. Uh-oh, it's not gonna play ball because it's not gonna stay. I wonder if that is so rotten that the clamp actually is not even holding anymore, really. Either that or the guy before didn't get it super duper tight. Okay, the front one, which is actually the broken part, is coming loose. I'm also very, very uncomfortable. I mean, trying to stand on here, half been over this brush guard. Oh, this sucks. All right. I feel like maybe the front part would come loose. Oh man, that, I wish you could feel this. This is obviously not the right kind of stuff. I mean, that is almost That feels like windshield washer tubing or something that they've used. I know the little barbs are very tiny on these return lines, so I get why they maybe arrived at that. But friends, there's just no physical way for me to get in there any better. I gotta just take what I get. I'm not understanding why turning this loose, why can I not physically get that to come off of there? We're gonna have to revisit that in a minute. Let's see if we can get this one broke loose fun. No, see, it's gonna spin in the wrong way. I don't want it to do that thing. I think what I'm gonna have to do is get some sockets to do this project, because I don't think I'm gonna get it with the screwdriver if it's not gonna hold. I just don't know. I don't understand why I'm struggle bussing it so much here, friends. Okay, there, I got it to turn. Come on out of there. Ooh. Come on. Come on, mama. Baby doll. Come on. See, I felt like a socket a guy could, once he got that on there, it would turn evenly all the way around. I think the problem with my screwdriver is it wants to turn oh man, this is baloney, friends. We should, okay, good, that's what I wanted. Oh hey, that barb goes a lot farther than I figured it would. That's good. I thought they were just little nubbins. Okay, so we might be onto something here. Now it obviously goes at an angle. Okay, there we got that. All right. The easiest part is done. There's all kinds of trash down in there. A mud wasp house. Let's get that out of there. Can you actually see that down in there though? Those two barbs. I mean, that is like, there's one right there I'm pointing at. I think you can see that. And then the other one's down here. Yeah, that's miserable. But we got that off. And we're gonna hope that that's the only one that's leaking. I would say that it is, because it doesn't even stay wet. Like all the trash that's under there has soaked up the moisture. And it only leaks, it seems to only leak and run down the block when you first start it. And then it gets better. So, sure. Let me go see if I can find something and I'll bring you back. Oh, friends, things are working out, which makes me wonder what horrible tragedy is about to befall us. But I managed to find this appropriate piece of fuel hose. Very structure, you know, it's got stuff in it. This one is just literally rubber. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's way too soft. Not at all the right material. So I couldn't find my 1/4 inch ratchet. I'm not sure what I did with that. I remember we used it on something. I took it with us probably, and then it never got back in the drawer where it belonged. But I want to get this, if we can get this on there. I've got a 3/8 ratchet that's long enough to do the thing. It's gonna be a real struggle bus to get that tube or that piece of hose pulled on there, though, I bet you, because I don't have enough room to really grip anything. Really, a long needle nose pliers would be perfect. Of course, I don't have that. So here's where we struggle bus it, friends. I also wonder if I need to back those clamps off more, like put them in the center till we get more along, farther along. I'm not sure how we're going to do this yet. We might end up going to town here in a little bit and buying a super long needle nose of some variety. I used to have one, but I don't know. I had one of those ones that like folded and, not folded, but it pivoted in 2 different places. And I don't know what happened to that, but that would be perfect for this exact situation here. So that's probably where we're going to hit our snafu here, is that ain't going to work. I can't even see what's happening, really. Yeah, see, I can get it right up there, but I don't have the physical power. I don't have the room to grab it the right way to actually push. I could try the red pliers. I know where they're right here in the... Are they here in the truck, or did I take them away? They were in the truck, because I used them the other day on my uncle. He had something. He brought over a piece of plastic stuck inside another piece of plastic, and he said, "You got something that'll get them out?" And I said, "Maybe the red pliers." Well, they did it right away. So, yeah, red pliers are magical. I think that's actually going. I think if I just fiddle with this enough, I'll be able to get it. Of course, now I can't even, I don't know where I am. There we go. Struggle busing. Yeah. Struggle bus. Well, what you're gonna want to do is really struggle. See, I'd love to use my right hand down in there, so because I can see here on the left hand side. However, your body will not contort to do such a thing. It's physically impossible. I don't think I can. Oh, see, I can't see. Maybe if I move my light somehow different. This isn't for you. This is only for me. Oh. Oh, come on. You're going to go. Come on, doll. Come on, beautiful. Get on there. Get on there. I think we might have it. Oh my goodness, that's painful. That's painful, but it was so worth it. Because I think I got them both. Now, all I gotta do is, gotta get those clamps turned right and then tightened. And I can see mistakes have been made already on the way that I did it. I followed suit of what they had done, and now that I look at it, I kind of wish I had put that other clamp in a different orientation. But I'm gonna see if I can get this on it and then push it up on there. That's not gonna work. Let's see if I can just physically do it. Come on. Let's go. just not gonna quite cooperate. Let's try to get on there and loosen it a little bit. Not too much though that we end up dropping it. Oh, okay, I see another problem. That was part of our problem. It's hitting that darn bolt head, or that nut or whatever, the injector retainer bolt. It's hitting that. So that's handy. But let's see if we can fool it into participating. Oh, come on. Participate. Okay. Are we there yet? It's actually tightened up. Let's hope that that's something. I gotta stand up a minute. I'm getting crunched up too much. Okay, back to crunch time here. Oh man. Let's see if I can get that one pushed up where it needs to go. It definitely feels loose enough, but it's not going. It's the same type of deal. We're hitting that bolt head. I feel like it's loose enough. I don't know. We'll try to loosen it some more and see if that'll... Oh boy. This really is awful. Come on. Come on, baby. Let's try. See, what we don't want to do, we don't want to accidentally get it unlatched from itself. The hose clamper will never ever get it started again. And that's where I'm afraid we're about at here. Oh, there's just no room. Come on. This is probably why the other one was leaking, because the last guy probably had enough. And he probably got angry and swore and threw things. All the things that you're going to see me do here very, very shortly. I'm wondering if that barb is actually too far down, because that is possible that it could be turned slightly. And I wonder if that is part of what's our issue. But I need this to go. It needs to go. It's not up for debate. You have to go through there. Undebatable. See, we're just not quite. We're just not quite where we want to be. I don't know why we can't seem to participate. But I just don't know why we can't seem to participate. Get on there. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we're back to sadness again. I should have known this wasn't going to be just a simple procedure. Got my hopes up too high when I saw that I had the stuff on hand that we actually needed. It probably doesn't make sense what I'm doing either, but when does anything I do make sense to you people? See, I need to get that clamp on the actual barb part before I tie it, or before I don't know. You're gonna have to go here pretty shortly because you're right in the way. There's no reason for that not to. I think that's part of why the last guy didn't get it, because he didn't have it clamped on the actual thing that it needs to be clamped on, and it worked for a little bit and then it failed. Why won't you just be nice to me and do the thing? You know the thing. Boys, it's so close. It's so close, and yet you just don't want to play. Come on. You've got to do it. I might have to actually screw that clamp together more. Oh, we made some progress there, I thought, but you've got to go. Not debatable. That might work. Let's see if we can. It's not really clocked up right, but maybe that will magically fix itself here in a little bit. Come on. We got this far. Let's get the rest of the way. Come on. Don't you dare get off of there. Come on. See, I'm afraid what's happening is it's cutting into the rubber wrong, because it's not on there square, and I don't like that. I very much want you to be. Oh. Come on. Okay. Let's see if we can fool it into doing this. I hope you're on that barb hose clamp. Oh no. Well, results may vary, but I think I got it. Let's get out of here. That is hard on a fat guy to be all wound up in there. But now we need to start it and see if it's going to leak. I don't know if the battery's held a charge or not, but we're going to have to get back up in there, check our work. She fired right up. That's what I like to see. See if it's pouring fuel down the side now. Looks dry. Yesterday it was running down the side of the block as soon as you started it. See, I'm still not convinced that it's not. See, the pump is leaking. I can't fix that. But I did slow down the leak a bunch. can't even see. I think it's leaking on the head of the injection pump. The rest of the place. It's dry in there though. That's what we wanted. No drips on the ground. So, you know, except for that one maybe from the injection pump, it's leaking farther back. I can't do anything about that. That's awesome. We need to air up his tire a little bit. It's my Soli Vittori stick. How does it look? It's got oil in it. I think that I didn't give that a thought. I think it'll be fine though. That oil I got from the dealer was a slightly different color, but because this has that loader on it, I think it's pretty well mixed all the oil up, and now it's a different color than what it was when I put it in. So short of taking every hose loose, I don't really know what I would have done about that, but it's all oil and it looks pretty and it's clean and we should be fine. So I don't know. Well, that's awesome so far. Let's take it back down to our working on spot and we'll see about tackling the block heater. I don't know how difficult that'll be. Luckily it has green antifreeze in, so I've got that on hand and we'll figure out what we can do about that. I better look though, it's about school bus time, so I guess I won't get that done before school bus time. So let's shut her down. I guess I gotta go. I'll bring you back and we'll try to tackle that in the next part of this video, I hope. I don't think this was enough footage for a video, but you never know. I don't think the block heater's gonna be super, well, I don't want to say that. It's gonna be super difficult, don't worry. Because it's way back in there, and it's a pretty large size something or other. And there's injection lines in the way, so you're not gonna get a socket on it. You're gonna have to use a gigantic open-end wrench, or I'd say a gigantic open-end wrench. I was thinking maybe a crow's foot, but I don't have any crow's foot that size. I just don't think you'll get a socket on it because of that one injection line that's hanging down. So we'll have to tackle that. That may end up being a struggle bus video on its own. We'll find out when we get into it. But and I also wonder if part of what ruined his block heater was the diesel fuel running over it all the time, you know. That probably didn't do the rubber cord any favors. So that's why I wanted to fix it first before putting on, you know, the thing. But everything so far, we're making some serious progress here. Like we might actually see the light of day at the end of this tunnel of sadness. It really sucks that I didn't get it done sooner, but it just didn't work out that way. Every time something would not get delivered or something showed up wrong, it just made me that much more not want to deal with this. And that's stupid, but I don't know. We're getting there. We're getting there now. We should be good to go. We just have to keep doing the thing, friends. Keep doing the thing. So I'll bring you back. Okay, horsey. Come on, horsey. Good horsey. Oh! Made in Italy. Yeah. Sure. She fires right up, friends. I think we fixed our Oh, we gotta put it out of park. No, I think we fixed our, well, let's move, tractor. Our fuel situation, you know, that was letting air in, but I think we got that licked. Oh, we gotta put it in park first, and then turn this off. Otherwise it'll go eep, 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 eep. And we don't want that. All right, our first step, I guess, would be to locate some tools. So I guess I'll go find something that will do this job. The bigger and the smaller. And then we'll see what we can do. I'm sure that the answer to that is sadness is what we can do. Because I just have a feeling everything else up to this point has went fairly easily once we got the parts. So that could only mean that we're getting very, very close to some extreme sadness. You know, that is gonna suck so bad. I don't really know how we're gonna do that, to be honest with you. 42 millimeter, you say? Let's see what size that translates to, and then I'll try to decide. Boy, it'd be nice if you didn't have that right there, the whole thing, you know, even the frame of the loader. Because I don't know. I also don't know where the drain is on the radiator or cooling system. I would assume that, well, no, there it is. There's a plug there we could take out. Oh boys, this part is not gonna be fun. It's just not gonna be. Okay, friends, not to throw in the towel early, but I think we got more homework to do, and I think that we're probably gonna end the video here. That works out to 42 millimeter, whatever, 1 7/8 is the size, and then the outer nut, or the little nut, is 1 1/4. And I'm having trouble getting my massive tool wedged in this tight space, and I had it on there inappropriately endways, and I had this other wrench crossways through it, and I couldn't get it to budge at all. So that's kind of disappointing, and it becomes extremely obvious that basically the only way I think I'm going to get in there is crow's foot style, and then I still don't know if I'm going to be able to do it correctly. So I need to scrounge around here. I'm sure that I don't. I'll have to look. I might have a set of crow's foots that's that big, but I might just have to order one. 1 1/4, that ain't no problem. I'm sure I probably have one of those. But there ain't no getting nothing in there, friends. There ain't no getting a big wrench in there back and working, you know, with it next to the block behind everything. That's not happening. There's no space. So, you know, we have this much room to work with here, and we have, yeah. So actually the guy that owns this just texted me, so I'm going to call him, and if he wants to work on this block heater himself, then I'm going to call this quits, and that would make me smile. But I'll see what he wants to do. If he wants me to press on, then yeah. So we'll see, but we're going to leave this video here, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.